Indiana, especially like with their free agents, they're gonna be a great team. But to not have the defending champs on TV more, I think it's kind of crazy.
Caitlin Clark is dominating national WNBA broadcasts this season, far more than any other player. Minnesota Lynx star Nneka Agwamike expressed her concerns on ESPN's First Take, questioning why Clark's Indiana Fever have so many televised games while other teams, including the defending champions, get far fewer. This discussion followed the WNBA's release of its broadcast schedule, which showed that the Fever will have 41 of their 44 games shown nationally, a new record. Essentially, almost every time Caitlin plays, it will be on national TV. Many fans and analysts saw this as expected, given that Clark draws huge ratings and is extremely popular, but the trend of high-profile broadcasts existed even before her arrival in the league.
Named Michael Jordan came along. And Michael Jordan came along and he wasn't yet winning championships, but his popularity was so astronomical that the NBA practically marketed everything they could around this guy. So to know that there's an example like that as a shining example to be followed that could benefit the league, particularly down the road, why is that an issue when we've seen that such a marketing plan has worked in the past?
Whenever Caitlin achieves something major, jealousy tends to surface. Collier, usually calm and diplomatic, let her true feelings slip during an interview. What started as a friendly conversation on First Take quickly revealed Nneka's astonishment at the amount of attention Clark is receiving. Her comments are especially odd when contrasted with other remarks she made in the same interview about the WNBA's growth. It's as if she wants to enjoy the benefits of Caitlin's star power while also criticizing it. Let's break this down and see what's really happening. And by the way, if you think Caitlin fully deserves all those national TV games, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe.
I don't think it's an issue. I do think Caitlin's a star, and like I said, people want to see her, and we are trying to grow the league. Like, you need to put on TV the players that people want to see. But kind of what I said before, I don't think raising the level of the other teams has to mean bringing down Caitlin or the Indiana Fever. They should have those amount of games on TV on primetime, but I think other teams should also have more than what they have.
Here's the situation. The WNBA released its schedule, and Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever are set to have an unprecedented 41 of their 44 games broadcast nationally, a new record. Anyone with basic math or common sense can see why. Last year, Caitlin was a massive ratings draw for the league.
The reason why they have more national TV games because 18 of the top 20 most viewed games last year were the Indiana Fever.
In 2024, the Indiana Fever completely dominated WNBA TV ratings, not just slightly, but by a huge margin. Their games set viewership records and made up a significant portion of the league's total audience. In fact, Fever games accounted for roughly 40 to 45% of all WNBA broadcast viewers last season. Put simply, one team led by one superstar rookie drew nearly half of all eyes watching WNBA games. On average, Caitlin Clark's games attracted about 3 times more viewers than other league matchups. Unsurprisingly, networks wanted more of that action. If millions tuned in for Caitlin, her games would naturally be featured on ESPN, ABC, CBS, and more.
Her team is going to have 41 of their 44 games nationally televised, while the reigning champs, the Liberty, only have 32. Was this a fair move by the W?
More viewers mean more ad revenue, which keeps network executives happy. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Broadcasters aren't focused on charity or fairness. They're focused on ratings and selling ads. With the WNBA's new CBA negotiations on the horizon, every player should, in theory, want the league to shine and maximize exposure. You'd think everyone would be cheering. Highlight the star who draws the most fans. After all, when you need a game-winning bucket, you give the ball to the player most likely to deliver.
It's not the WNBA making these decisions unilaterally and going, we're promoting the Fever and Caitlin Clark above everybody else. Their partners are saying, we want Caitlin Clark on the Fever because more people are going to watch. We can sell more advertising.
Your best player, the one most likely to score, is the one you rely on in critical moments. From a ratings perspective, Caitlin Clark is that player for the WNBA. She's the hot hand who can help the league grow by drawing more viewers. Yet, just like a player who sulks when they don't get the ball, some WNBA veterans seem frustrated that Caitlyn is getting so much attention. That frustration was evident in an ESPN interview when Nneka Agwamike appeared on First Take and was asked about the league's broadcast schedule, specifically whether it was fair that the Fever, led by Caitlyn, have so many nationally televised games.
Wait, first of all, can we just say this right now? The WNBA do not decide who's on TV. Let's be there. They make the deal with the WNBA to get a certain amount of games on certain days, and whatever, these networks choose who to show. There are multiple times when the Fever play other teams and they have to make a choice, and these networks are going to choose the Fever every single time. And any person at any of these networks that does not choose the Fever should be fired.
Her take was a bit off. It made it seem like the WNBA office was deliberately favoring one team, but that's not how it works. The league doesn't unilaterally decide which games get national TV slots. Instead, broadcast partners like ESPN, ABC, and CBS make those decisions based on which matchups will attract the most viewers and generate the most revenue. In other words, it wasn't the league playing favorites, it was the networks making a business decision.
I think it's two things. I mean, obviously people want to watch Caitlyn play, and so you have to put the people on TV that people want to see. But at the same time, there's stars all over the league, and you want good basketball as well. Obviously, Indiana, especially with their free agents, they're gonna be a great team. But to not have the defending champs on TV more, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't have to be where you're taking games away from Indiana, but I think you can raise the level of TV games for the other teams as well.
Nneka could have just said, "You have to put on the players people want to see," and that would have summed up the story. But she went further, suggesting it was strange that the New York Liberty aren't getting more games on TV. Let's break that down. Yes, the Liberty won last year's title and are an outstanding team, and they're scheduled for 32 national TV games, compared to the Fever's 41. Collier seemed to imply that as champions, the Liberty deserve even more exposure, maybe even surpassing Caitlyn's team. But to match Clark's 41 of 44 nationally televised games for the Fever, the Liberty would need, it's just not realistic given the numbers.
This is a business. And you want to know what? Caitlyn Clark is good business. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that. Why is it so hard for you to separate feelings from business? Like y'all make all this money, but y'all don't know how to take care of good business? This is business.
Is Nneka suggesting the Liberty should have every single game on national TV just to top Caitlyn's count? That's not realistic. Being reigning champions is a major accomplishment, but it doesn't automatically make a team the biggest draw. Winning is great, but entertainment value is another matter. Some players and teams simply captivate audiences more. Last season, the ratings proved that Caitlyn and the Fever were that must-see team, and with off-season upgrades, they're expected to be even more exciting this year. So, on one hand, Nneka acknowledges that networks have to showcase the players people want to watch, Caitlyn, but in the same breath, she criticizes the outcome. It comes across as contradictory and seems more rooted in ego or hurt feelings than in facts. Almost immediately, fans and commentators noticed, sparking a discussion about whether this backlash is really about fairness or just personal feelings, because from a business standpoint, the reasoning is clear.
I think we're in a great position. I mean, as you guys have seen, the sport is just exploding. I mean, you saw it with the viewership in the WNBA last year, with Unrivaled this year. People are tuning in. And so I think we're in a really great position where we have all the leverage as players right now. We have the most leverage we've ever had as WNBA players, and we have to use it to our advantage. The time for change is right now, and so we have to take advantage of it.
Caitlyn Clark's star power has transformed the WNBA, drawing record TV audiences and packed arenas, yet some players, like Nneka Collier, criticize her heavy spotlight. While her complaints frame fairness as the issue, the reality is simple. Networks prioritize ratings, and Caitlyn delivers. Every time the Fever play nationally, other teams also gain exposure to millions of viewers. Collier herself recognized Caitlyn's value, trying to sign her to her 3x3 league, Unrivaled, for massive ratings. Instead of grumbling, players could use these moments to showcase their own talent and grow the league. Ultimately, Caitlyn is a generational draw, and leveraging her popularity benefits everyone in the WNBA.